It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with their opponents. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we from Brooklyn. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. He'll get this out wide to Ekeler. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Out of his end zone, Winston. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15.
Let's go, let's go! And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber that runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, Mims, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try to throw now. Winston. He finds his man. Complete. It's Schultz. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
Straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll run here with Akers. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. On the give, this is Akers. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter now, and it's London with the football as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Jameis to throw it. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. He's at the 50, 30, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys over.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Got one here, Charles. Just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Winston. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force the completion.
And a throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Play action. It's Herbert. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Herbert on 3rd down now. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
At the 7-yard line.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Herbert. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Foster Moreau, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers add on to their lead. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Got his man. That's Harry. 20, 10, touchdown. N'Keal Harry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Black Knights are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. McManus's point after is good, and the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good cover. Force the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, time that play because of the angles of approach. When you're instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Herbert throwing again. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he's going to have a Packers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Herbert on first down now. On the screen, this is Eckler. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert, flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll go again here with Akers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 64 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play fake. Winston. Man open is Robinson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering and it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
It was Sebastian Joseph who got him down defensively.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Corey Littleton able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds Robinson. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Special teams coach in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 42-yard line.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
1st down, and they stick with Eckler. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse. And I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Rolling to his right. That'll be caught by Kupp. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Goddard. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff, Edwards. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now it's Herbert. Shakes off the sack. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Herbert. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Herbert operating from the red zone. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A quick throw caught by Kupp out wide. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That'll make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
The quick slant caught. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. The kick by Bass is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Winston. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for a 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Edwards. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Gus Edwards with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their... And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Packers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Marcus Davenport there to take him down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Third and 2, Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. 3rd and long for Winston. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, Winston. He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught at the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the